Websites are a myth. Welcome to the Automation Mastery Podcast. This is your host, Justin Morgan of AutomationMastery.net, here to help you automate your business, master your destiny, and maximize your impact. Let's get to the episode. Let's chat. Hey, I know that comment may have taken y'all back a little bit, or you may just be saying Bo Yang. Well, in today's automation moment, I just wanted to share a slight different look on something that has been pretty commonplace here in this online business space, and that is a website. It's the idea that a website is necessary. And I'm not saying that websites aren't important and they don't have a place, but hear me out. Because for the longest time, even when I started, I thought that the website was the golden rule of being set up online. Like, if you did not have a website, then you were probably a fraud, scammer, schemer, and there was no way you're going to be successful. And so we spent a lot of time, money, and energy into a website, right? Lots of time, money, and energy into a website. But this is not the truth. This is just not the case. Like, it's just not how things work. So there are a few big myths that I feel I see when people talk about having a website. Is one, I have to have one, and I have to have one right now. Like, that's myth number one. Myth number two is setting up a website has to be a complicated, expensive thing. Also not true. And you can hear my son in the background. And lastly, I have to be some super techie geek nerd in order to set up something even remotely close to a website. This is also not true. Now, let's focus on the first one in today's podcast. It's a big one. And it's the idea that we have to have a website, and we have to have one right now. Like, right this moment. Let me tell you. So many folks I see have websites, right? I mean, everybody pretty much has a website, right? And so, again, for the longest time, website was the white picket fence of business. If you wanted to reach the American dream of having a business, then you had to have a website. You put one up, you put some good graphics on it, you got a logo, you came up with a fancy, catchy name, and you called it a day. And that was it. Hey, you're in business. Great. But everybody has one now. And so I just remember I was at an event, and they got my money, right? I ended up purchasing something from some folks, never involved a website. Website was not involved at all, like not even one bit. I was at an event, speaking at a conference, and after it, they told me, hey, if you're interested in this, text a word, blank to this number, and we'll meet with you. And so, I text a word, and they text me back, and I go met with a member of their team in the back hallway. Okay, and then from there, it was like, all right, well, so they told me what the offer was, and I thought about it. And at the end of the event, I approached their lead sales guy. I was like, hey, let me get it. So he takes me back, talks to me about it a little bit more. And then, I meet with their admin. Their admin's there at the event, has her laptop. I give her my credit card and pay her right there on the spot. No website required. Never visited their website. Never even worried about their website. Why? Because the website wasn't what was important. What was important was what they were offering, and then even more importantly, the results they were getting for the people they were working with. So I know folks need websites, and they want websites as proof. But what's really important are the results. And I saw the results of what they were doing. And so I invested. No website required. And we're not talking about like a $30 investment. We're talking like a $1,500, $2,000 investment. It wasn't pocket change, right? For some of us, anyway. at that point in time in my career was not pocket change. I just happened to have it saved up and ready because I knew this would be something I was going to be investing in at this event. So I wanted to make sure I was prepared. And I invested. Website sight unseen, so to speak. And so that's what I mean. And so what I want to stress is that systems are better than websites. You need to have a system that's better than a website. See, I was at the event and they had a sales system in place. They knew that they were going to have people text a number. They knew they were going to have a person in place to respond to those people that responded to the text or sent in to the text. They knew that they were going to then have an additional upscale meeting. They knew that after somebody made a decision, they knew who was going to be the one to put in the order. They had a system that could capture the order, and then they knew they were going to send me an email with certain information, with certain dates, links, and all that jazz to training stuff that I needed. There was a system in place. And what's magic, the system didn't have to be all technical. The system was procedural, but it was still automated because the person who was on stage, the person who founds the company, the person who runs it didn't have to go through each and every step himself or their self. Systems are more important than websites. See, it didn't just happen to me on this day. Eventually, I got to see this happen all the time. Again, website unseen. Making more money than the folks who did spend all their time on a website. These folks did not have one. You know what they had? A very highly engaged Facebook group and Facebook page. The results are what important. So take that back with you. That's myth number one. I'll come back with the rest of them later on. If y'all enjoyed that, let me know. Put it in the comments. Appreciate it. Your comments. Send a message. Reply. Shoot an email to support@automationmastery.net. If you like what we're up to, if you want to request a topic, you can do it that way as well. I'm Justin Morgan of the automationmastery.net, here to help you automate your business and master your destiny so you can maximize that impact you're meant to leave on the world. I'll see you next week or next episode or whenever. And as usual, treat each day as a building block to a better future. Peace.